I wanted to show you guys these birds. They're called marabou storks. I don't know if you can see up there. They're hideous. They're the ugliest birds I've ever seen. They're quite big though. This one here, he's got his wings out. I think he's sun tanning.
Yes.
He's trying to get a tan. Ronald's mocking his, do the wings. So these storks, super ugly. This is the only part of Nairobi I've ever seen them in though. Is this Mombasa Road?
Mombasa Road.
Yeah, they sit in the trees up here. But in Uganda, when I was there, it's illegal to kill a marabou stork because they eat garbage and they keep the city clean. Problem is they're ugly and they're everywhere. But yeah, so they're a bunch of garbage eaters. They're huge. I'm in a taxi with my friend Ronald. Talk here.
Oh, okay.
But he's driving, so I won't distract him.
Yes.
We're on our way to the airport. I'm headed to Ethiopia. This is kind of a last-minute trip. My tourist visa is expiring. I haven't yet gotten my resident permit, so I have to leave the country. So I'm going to go there for a few days and I guess relax and just figure out what to do when I get there. I had a momentary panic because for the last day or so my internet's been down and I couldn't get the address for the guest house that I'm staying at. So it's never good to travel when you don't know where you're going. But finally, on the way to the airport, I got through to the guest house and they told me how to get there from the airport. So all is well so far. So my flight leaves around 3:30. It's about 12:30 now. I'm going to give you a bit of an update. It's about 10 o'clock at night. I'm still in Nairobi. I did something dumb. When I looked at my flight, I thought it was for 3:25 p.m. It was actually for 3:25 a.m. this morning, which means that I missed my flight by almost 12 hours. And so I was on standby for a little while to try to get on a 6:30 flight out to Ethiopia. They told me to wait, come back at 5 o'clock. I had been at the airport already for 4 hours. But it turns out that flight was not in my ticket class. And then it got booked up anyway, so I couldn't even pay extra. So then I was told that the next flight is at 3:25 a.m. again, the following 24 hours after my original flight had taken off, and so now it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm waiting another 2 hours, although all the restaurants and stuff are closing. I'm waiting another 2 hours to see if I can get on this next flight. So I've currently been at the airport for 9 hours, almost 10. It's going to be a couple more, and I'm just praying that I can get on this next flight, because otherwise I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to go sit in a really uncomfortable chair for another 2 hours and just pray about it, and hopefully things will work out. Let me tell you what went down. I waited until 12, and then I went back to the Ethiopian Air office, and I was supposed to meet with this guy who was supposedly going to help me on the plane. And I'm not gonna lie, I started to panic a little bit, because if I wasn't able to get on this flight, I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen, because my visa expires tomorrow. So I met with this, well, before I met with him, actually, I was sitting outside. He made me wait for a few minutes, which, you know, you never know, could be a couple of hours in this country. But it was only a few minutes. Anyway, I had called my friend, my dear friend, and asked her to pray for me, because, yeah, I was starting to sweat a little bit, and, yeah, she said a prayer for me on the phone. She was praying for me while I went in there, and no joke, within 10 minutes, I had my boarding pass in my hand, my bag got checked in, and now I'm standing in the what do you call this place? Where the gates are. Gosh, I'm thankful. I'm tired. I'm no longer frustrated, although I was very frustrated today. I waited 11 hours already, and I have 2.5 hours till I board. But now I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this plane to start boarding. I'm ready to be in Ethiopia already. I can't wait to show you guys what it's gonna be like, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna get there, to be honest. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna go sit down and chill and thank God for what he did today, because I'm on a plane soon. I finally arrived in Ethiopia, in Addis. The airport, I think they pronounce it Bole. Like Pole. It's my least favorite airport in the entire world. First, I didn't know you had to have your vaccination booklet, so I had to convince somebody that I had already had my yellow fever shot, which I have, did not lie, but then I had to pay them because I didn't bring my booklet. What else? Ran from the plane to immigration hoping I'd get through really quickly, but the vaccination booklet slowed me down, and then I got to an immigration officer and they're like, "Where's your visa?" And I'm like, "I thought I'm supposed to buy it here." They're like, "No, there's an office in the back." So just really not helpful with information. So I finally got to the guest house. Really, really awesome. Talked to a lady yesterday who was actually just a guest here at the guest house that happened to answer the phone when I was sitting at the Nairobi airport, because I called here to say that I was gonna not be coming for the night because I had booked it for a number of days, but I missed one day because of the whole flight situation. So I talked to this lady on the phone who said she was actually going to be at the airport picking up another person at the same time that my flight was coming in, so I got a free ride to the guest house, which is fantastic and just relieving. I don't know what I would do after that whole thing, getting in a taxi and not really knowing where I'm going. So far so good. I'll show you around this place a little bit later. It's still really early in the morning. I told myself I wasn't going... Did you hear that? That's the bell for breakfast, but I'm not having breakfast. I told myself I wasn't going to sleep the day away because I only have 3 days now here, but this bed is looking kind of inviting. Breakfast. But I wanted to show you another dumb thing I did. Just full of them these days. Here is the outlet that they use here. Use 2-prong plugs. The problem with that, this is my power bar from home. 3. So I'm having an Apollo 13 moment, wondering how I'm going to fit this into that. Maybe I need to get some duct tape and tin foil. That should do it. Hey, I don't normally wear my hair like this, but I just wash my hair with bar soap. I forgot to bring shampoo and they don't have any here, so I think it's going to take me about 15 minutes to brush my hair today. In other news, what's the name of that kid's book that has like a school with about 40 something stories, or maybe it's 100, I don't know. So this is a primary school and it's recess time, very, very noisy, but these kids are going to be fit. So I'm going to show you the bathrooms here. I'm staying at the SIM guest house. Don't know if I mentioned that before. The bathrooms here are really cool, so I'm going to show you that now. Alright, so here is the bathroom corridor. There are 8 different stalls that are the same on either side. So this is the first one with a bathtub, shower, toilet and sink. Sorry if I'm moving too fast. The next one is just the toilet, I believe. Sorry. Toilet and sink in here. Toilet and sink. The light wasn't on, sorry. Oh yeah, it's daytime, I didn't think about it. Another toilet and sink in here. The cool thing is, if you turn on the light, it also turns on a light outside. And it can notify people if you're in it. And then the last one is just a shower. So that's it.